Well, hi, beautiful friends. Laurel here. And I wanted to share with you more about the class, the stories of your life, and where it came from. You know, I co create my classes with the angels, and I don't always know when magic is going to be born. And last year, a class started bubbling up. And I get a lot of my downloads in the shower. Maybe some of you know about sacred shower downloads. And the class was the power of your voice. And it was a class designed to help you open to your voice, your voice as a storyteller, a teacher, a facilitator. And it was downloading over, I don't know, a few days, maybe even a few weeks. And as the class was downloading, I started to get names for the different modules. And this name came through. It was Storytelling for Lightworkers. And I remember when it came down, I thought, oh my God, that's awesome. I wonder what it's going to be. Because that title didn't come forward because I had a whole syllabus that I needed to name. It came forward as the overall theme from the angels, and then we would be filling in the blanks. And I often get my classes that way. And just this is just a little behind the scenes. Um, I have a clipboard, and I don't know if you can tell, it has purple paper on it that I always have by my desk. And as I get these downloads, I write my notes just frantically because I don't want to lose anything. So I have dozens of these purple papers flying around my office with different snippets of insight. But when I heard that storytelling for light workers, I could just feel something dropping in. And I thought, this is it. This is important. So here's what I've discovered in my year of living with that theme of storytelling for light workers. I love getting to hear about people's experiences. I learn well that way. I feel a sense of intimacy. Some of my favorite books that I've read on the mystical journey talk about a person's individual experiences rather than trying to teach me something important. Some of my favorite episodes of one of my favorite podcasts, which is called Sleep With Me with Andrew Ackerman. My favorite episodes are what he calls his personal essay episodes, where he shares snippets of his life. He might share about his memories of Halloween as a kid or when he had a paper route. And those are some of my favorite episodes that he does. And so, this idea of storytelling for lightworkers, we have some pretty unique stories, and we also have some wonderfully ordinary stories, right? Our stories don't have to be the most important moments of our lives. Yes, when I'm teaching, it's wonderful to share these experiences that I had when the angels came to me, or I was able to connect with, I don't know, some mystical information. Those are wonderful stories, but the thing is that we also have these beautiful, intimate stories that share with us and share with our own hearts and share with each other these little beautiful morsels of life. And so this is where this class, the stories of your life, comes in. I'm guided to create this beautiful sacred space for you to begin to connect the dots within your own consciousness of your stories that seek to emerge. You don't have to write anything. You don't have to publish a memoir. You don't have to have a PowerPoint presentation created. We're going to be telling these stories in class. You're going to get the prompt that morning in class. We're going to be taken through a lovely process with me, with the angels, to help you connect the dots and see what floats to the surface. And it's magical. I have been facilitating these kinds of classes now for almost a year. Each time I facilitate one of these classes, I am humbled by the magic that emerges, by the love and the intimacy, the sense of community that is created with all of us who are participating. So, this is what we're going to be doing in the stories of your life. It's going to be sweet. It's going to be intimate. I keep using that word. It's not about you coming into class saying, I have super important things that I need to get out. That may be part of it, But for me, what I so love about this process is the stories that we almost forget are in us. The angels gave us a prompt, I think about a month ago. I actually did a podcast episode based on this, and they said the prompt was something along the lines of, what are your memories of your relationships with reading and books as a kid? And it was wonderful. We started remembering when we got our first library cards. And I started remembering that joy of going to the library and the librarian, who seemed so profoundly important as she stamped the dates on the tags, like it was plump, 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 plump. And and I remembered how much I loved reading as a kid because I got to go to this private, secret place that was all mine. I didn't have to share it with anyone. And so we're going to be going through different prompts. And and you don't have to know right now what you want to do with this. But I will tell you some of the things that have come forward for me. I love genealogy. I'm always trying to add to our family tree, and I'm trying to find out information about my grandparents or great grandparents or further down the line. And every time I find something, I feel like I discovered a treasure. So we have so many opportunities now in this digital world with the cloud to leave our stories that maybe your great grandchildren someday will come across a video or an audio or something that you have written where you share about your memories from childhood, and they're going to be so delighted. Or you maybe want to start a podcast and share some of your stories, or you want to get on TikTok and do something. You don't need to know what you want to do with this yet. The invitation is to check within and see if something's bubbling to the surface for you. If you love this idea, if this invitation feels delicious to you. This class is going to be small in size because we are going to be doing a lot of sharing in the live class. So I want to have plenty of time for each one of you to share your stories. At this point, we still have some spaces open. So if it is calling to you, I invite you to register. So in whatever way you share your stories, I am profoundly grateful for you. And I look forward to connecting again soon. You be well, and we'll talk again soon. Thank you.